She comes in. She don't. Oh, there we are. We're live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Obsidian Hour, where tonight we have new information on the Black Dahlia murder. Have they found a suspect? And is it who you really think it is? We're going to talk about that in a little bit, as well as a supersonic boom was heard over the state of South Carolina earlier today, or actually it was earlier yesterday. Hold on a second, I got to get this. Just real quick, texting Ossiana. She's going to be a couple of minutes late. She lost track of time. All right, so let's get back into this. A supersonic boom heard over the state of South Carolina yesterday. And the U.S. Geological Survey says it was not an earthquake. So we'll get into what we think that is, as well as take a couple of questions here tonight, or I'll throw out a couple of questions here tonight to all of you as well, because we have wonderful paranormal questions to ask, and all of that will be done right here on the Obsidian Hour. As yes, somebody is still trying. Oh man. Okay, there we go. Yes, we're waiting on Ossiana to come in. So we'll talk about the Black Dahlia murders here in just a little bit, but I wanted to bring this story up to start the show off tonight here. And that is the U.S. Geological Survey has come out and said that a sonic boom that was felt across the Midlands of South Carolina was not an earthquake. According to the U.S. Geological Society, the sonic boom was estimated to have originated in St. Andrews and was heard and felt across the Midlands of South Carolina. Now, as far as we know, the reports came from all across Columbia, as well as other counties, and it goes as far west, or excuse me, as far east, as Darlington and Chesterfield counties. So that's right outside of Florence County, near where I live. So you're getting it basically from the Midlands almost to about 70 miles from the beach. So it was a huge sonic boom. No earthquake activity has been reported since the last tremor on May the 22nd of this year. Now, the talk is that it may have been related to a meteor hitting the Earth. That's at least what we're being told. St. Andrews is outside of Charleston County. It's right between Orangeburg and Charleston. It's where quite a few people that can't really afford to live in Charleston but want to be in Charleston live. So you're looking at, I'm trying to think of a city that's right there, but it's south of it's south of Orangeburg, southeast of Orangeburg. So we don't know what caused this. Now, WIS-TV in Columbia has reached out to multiple other agencies, including the South Carolina Emergency Management Division and Fort Jackson and Shaw Air Force Base in Sumter, which would have been right in the middle of where we're talking about. And Shaw, of course, one of the biggest military Air Force military bases in the country, in Sumter. And we would know if it was any of their jets. Many of their jets right now over in Iran and in the Middle East, waiting for action in Iran. You also have to remember where I live, basically in South Carolina, because I live close to this. But right in between that, you have obviously Shaw Air Force Base, Fort Jackson is there, and also Fort Bragg. They've gone back to calling it Fort Bragg, whatever, I don't care. They called it after the wrong Bragg, but that is also where CENTCOM is. For those of you who know in the military, Central Command, that a lot of the forces that they control for the Middle East is right there at Fort Freedom, Fort Bragg, whatever you call it. It's in Fayetteville. So we don't know what went on with that sonic boom, but I thought I'd start the show off a little bit with the news of a sonic boom being heard over the Midlands of South Carolina. Officially, the U.S. Geological Survey is going to call it a magnitude 0.0 earthquake. But again, things could get a little weird with that. I don't know where to. I mean, I have heard that there may or may not have been a meteor landing in Ohio or Michigan today. Did anybody hear that? I can't remember. I'm looking that up right now. I think it was in Michigan. Yeah, fireball confirmed over Michigan. This came up early Wednesday. So this is, I don't know. This seems like it was a couple hours before, but the American Meteor Society says they got 82 reports about a meteor landing in the state of Michigan. We'll share the screen here to show you that a fireball ended up over the state of Michigan, around Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. The Michigan sightings included Chelsea, Charlotte, Fenton, Fraser, Melvindale, Monroe, and Warren, and others who saw it from Ontario, Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York. They said the fireball was moving in the sky, and it was so. One of the guards, actually, one of the reports from Michigan said it was so bright and green, it caught me off guard. So yeah, then several meteor events around the world here in the last few months. I don't think a lot of people have actually noticed that. One of them was in Mexico, believe it or not. One of them was actually over in Africa, if I'm not mistaken. So we've had an uprising or an uptick, I should say, of a lot of astronomical events, especially when it comes to meteors and things of that nature. And it's good, fun time right now, really, if you think about it. So yeah, we've got all of that going on. We're going to throw this question out right now to all of you. I want to know this in the chat. You can put your answers in the chat. We'll talk about it here for a couple of minutes. And that is, has anybody had a sleep paralysis phenomenon? I want to know about your sleep paralysis phenomenons. What did you see? What made you feel connected or pushed down into your bed at night? Anything of interest you want to talk about especially when it comes to sleep paralysis? I'd be very interested to know what all of you think. Sleepwalking, yeah, that's another good one. There have been, I know a lot of people that walk in their sleep. Shayla, that's actually a really, it depends on, because I would love to hear your story about, as long as, I get that a lot of it is medication sometimes. And some people are naturally prone to walk in their sleep. So yeah, we can talk about that. We can talk about sleep paralysis as well. We'll throw that out there. We do have the new information on the Black Dahlia. As a matter of fact, yeah, I'll bring you on here for a couple of minutes while we're waiting on Ossiana to come on in. I wanted to wait till Ossiana came on to discuss this, or not to discuss this specific topic, but
hi, friends.
Yeah. Hey, Sheila, how are you?
I'm great. I'm so excited for Monday.
Oh, me too.
That's going to be
Me
a
too. I can't wait.
blast.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. And the funny thing is, I may have to do it from work. Got one of them last minute call-ins, and
Hey,
there's nothing really bad
as
about
long
it.
as you can make it happen, it's
But
all good. We are going to have so much fun. Have you enjoyed the promos I've been putting out there this week?
I have, I have, and I need that suit.
Right?
I desperately need that.
It's like the Leisure Suit Larry suit.
Oh my God, yes. I've never looked that good in a suit before. I do actually have to admit that.
Well, they're AI
See,
just I
that
know I
that is
haven't
one hell of a fashion.
even my picture, my body hasn't rocked it that hard since I was probably 19. So there you go. But so sleepwalking.
Um,
I have not walked in my sleep for a very, very long time, but I did as a child often. And like
mhm.
one time, so this is pretty funny actually. One time my parents they liked to have other kids over. I mean other kids. They liked to have other couples over to play cards. And so they were playing Pinochle one night, and I have no idea what time it was, but it was late. And I was walking in my sleep, and I walked out of my bedroom. They were in the dining room. I walked right past them into the kitchen. And my mom said my eyes were just kind of glazed over, and I kind of gave them this funny look. And so I went into the kitchen and there was a chair in there. And I went and sat on the chair and pulled up my nightgown like I was about to take a piss. Like I thought
Oh
it was the
no.
bathroom or something. Yeah. So she like just casually took me into the bathroom to do my business and put me back to bed. But there were a couple of times like I was up um doing things like I was doing laundry and like weird things like that. Fortunately, never anything dangerous because that can be like you could walk out of the house and stuff if you're
Yeah.
sleepwalking. And so I never got to that point. But I really think I developed an anxiety disorder as a child, and I think the two were very connected. Um, that like my anxiety disorder very much disrupted my sleep, so I don't think it was anything alien related.
No. But no, because I also had an anxiety disorder growing up, and mine was more flopping in bed.
Hmm.
Like I actually could, like, if this was the bed, I could get that high off the bed just by tossing and turning. I
Uh-huh.
mean, literally just flying right off the bed. So, I mean, I see where anxiety can definitely take very many different forms, especially in sleep.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you think about it, when you're going into your REM sleep, if your REM sleep is disturbed, with that anxiety back there, it's going to do weird things. And I mean, I still have an anxiety disorder. I take two medications for it to maintain it. But yeah, I think anxiety completely can screw up your sleep in very weird ways. Hi, Ossiana.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
We were just talking about the fact that I was a sleepwalker as a child, and I
Uh-oh.
think it had to
Yeah.
do with my anxiety disorder.
Blitzo. Sorry, Blitzo is currently doing his thing.
Hi,
The,
Blitzo.
There
the
we
show
go. It's
cat
a
has
little bit
arrived.
show. Now remember what we
Well,
discussed
I'm just
about.
waiting
No,
to see his butthole.
were you there when he crapped on my towel after I threw him off the bed?
I was in the chat with you guys when that happened. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. He's really
Oh,
like fighting me to stay near the computer. Like, for real, really? Do you need this right now? Okay. Hi, it's the bitch show. Look at how happy he is. Yeah.
Center of
Handle it.
attention.
You can leave now.
we
So, Ossiana, did
just
you
to
ever sleepwalk or have like sleep paralysis or anything like that?
I had a couple of instances that scared the crap out of my roommates and my ex-husband,
Yeah,
but they
like
weren't
night
either
terror
of those.
kind of things.
No, no. Um, Yanni, should I tell them about what happens once in a while? Because you're the only other person who.
Oh, yes, you have a certain medical condition, correct?
No, no, I
Is this
wasn't talking about the time that you rolled over, checked my pulse, and then realized that there was nothing there. I was talking about the other thing.
oh, oh yeah, go ahead. If you want to tell the story, go ahead.
So I've had this told to me by multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
As a lot of people on this channel know, I do a lot of sex magic.
Yes.
And you know how they say if you stare into the void, something will stare right back at you?
Mm-hmm.
There have been multiple occasions where there have been multiple witnesses seeing me in a bed with somebody on top of me
Mm-hmm.
having sex. They'll rip the sheets off to see who it is, and there's no one there. And then they see my entire body fall to the ground.
So, did you ever watch that series Evil? It
I
sounds
wouldn't
just
say
like
it's
that.
evil. I mean,
No, I'm not saying it's evil.
Well,
There's a show on TV. There's a series called Evil, but there's a lot of that goes on on the show.
well, if
And
whatever it is single,
there's a very hot priest involved.
well, either way, these kind of things happen, and
Yeah.
I've met like a handful of other people who seem to have the ability to control that.
Okay.
I eventually, well, Yanni, you can take the platform here.
How do they control it?
oh no, you want my secrets exposed, do you? Oh,
Not
um,
not necessarily your secrets, but you can tell a little bit about your experiences with me once I learned.
we have actually had intense remote sex.
Mm-hmm.
This is absolutely no
But
joke.
like the other
Um,
person was there with you.
Yes, we
yes,
both woke up with
and
marks.
yes, and you can definitely tell that we both woke up having an orgasm,
Yes.
and that's I will say this with a human being that has never happened to me with before Ossiana.
Mm-hmm.
Other entities, on the other hand, that has
Like
happened before, but
spiritual entities from another realm type of thing. Okay.
Yeah, I've
Mm-hmm.
yes, yeah,
one of my friends is a
go
Native
ahead.
American witch of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
One of those witches that people tend to be afraid of and tend to have urban legends about.
Mm-hmm.
The last time that happened in front of my husband, that was him. um, yeah, my husband was very freaked out when he saw me levitating in bed.
I bet. I
And
mean,
then
yeah, that's not the kind of thing you expect on an average Tuesday.
I think it was a Thursday, but
Okay. That's not the kind of thing you would expect to happen on an average Thursday.
Blitzo,
Yeah.
sir, just in case you're
So,
wondering.
No,
do you have a sense, like when it's been another entity, do you have a
Yeah.
sense of what the the entities in what their intentions are overall? Are they
Yeah.
good? Are they just slutty? Are they just what?
So it really depends on the entity. When my friend did it to me and inadvertently cucked my husband, that guy pulled so much crap on my poor ex-husband that's not even funny. At one time, he appeared in the living room, not looking like a human being,
Mm-hmm.
scared the bejesus out of my spouse to the point where he was begging me not to let him go outdoors at night.
Appearing like what? What did he appear like?
My ex wouldn't tell me, but all he
Mhm.
said was that it was big and it was staring at him and it had too many eyes. Um,
Ooh, that's weird because that makes me think of like those phobias with things that have lots of holes in them. What is that phobia called?
well, apparently there were two eyes up here and two eyes coming out of his neck.
Yeah, there's a phobia that's like related to that. I can't remember
Well,
what it's called though. But yeah,
it's
Trip,
okay.
that's
I'm
gross.
I
cool
think
with
it's
it. I think it's
trypophobia.
hot. But
Yeah,
with my friend who did that, when I have it with him, you can feel the sensations are a lot lighter, but the hands are very clearly more like an animal than they are
Oh.
a person. Like he has paws.
So this still happens
Yeah, I
with
mean we
that
get bored
person?
sometimes.
And Yanni's okay with that.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Just curious. I was
I've had my share of non-human
Mhm.
entities as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen as much anymore, but I have actually felt, I mean, legitimately felt another being in bed with me. And for those of you who don't know, I live alone.
Mhm.
I've lived alone for a long time. And no, you could legitimately feel what was going
So
on.
do
Now
Yeah.
these
it felt loving. Yeah.
so Ossiana, it sounds like for you it's the same entity repeatedly.
No.
No? Multiple?
No.
Okay.
When it's my friend, he's already told me like that was him because I actually confronted him and I was like, "Listen, remember when you said that you were going to show me something tonight? I had a really weird dream." It was like, "Well, how did you like it?" And I was like, "I loved it. Do more." With other entities because once again I practice I picked it back up again. I practice demonolatry. I practice certain types of evocation. When you have other entities it almost feels like they pull the orgasm out of you.
Hmm.
That's the best way I can describe it.
Have any
No,
of
that's
these
that's actually
entities
the perfect way.
who aren't known to you ever revealed their name to you?
No, I've always had fun.
No, I mean, have they ever said like are you able to call them by name? Do you know them by
Oh
their
yeah.
names?
Yeah.
Yeah? How about for you, Yanni? Do you know their names?
Ossiana was the first that I knew by name.
Okay. Interesting.
So
Is there a pattern to when they appear?
not for me, no.
Usually I'll just like say out loud that I want them to have sex with me,
Oh, okay.
or
So
I'll
you
like,
can actually call upon them.
yeah, that, or like I'll text my friend and I'll be like, "Hey, you feel like doing something?" Or I'll text Yanni and I'll be like, "Hey, did you feel something?"
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, the answer is always yes.
Of course it is. Come on now. She's hot.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
would you? Of course.
Absolutely.
Dude, there were times he almost caused a car accident with me, so it's not just a one-way street.
Oh
It's
man.
true. It's true. But
So
yeah,
as
okay.
so this conversation started over sleep paralysis though.
Sleep paralysis. Yep.
So have you had
Because
experiences with sleep paralysis?
I mean, I saw a lanky, faceless woman staring at me
Really?
the other night. And of course, leave it to one of the other women who practices the same stuff as me. I was like, dude, I had this dream, and like the thing is that the build of this faceless woman was almost identical to this girl I met. And
Yeah.
she was like, yeah, I had a dream about you too. I dreamt that I was like standing and there's a lo-fi girl poster in the background. I was like,
Why are you in my room?
Right? So if I see a face in the middle of the night, it's usually this one.
ooh, spooky. I also see this face who keeps popping up and he's like, hey, can I
Right?
be on the show?
Yeah, I usually have a Frenchy face in my face, like, let me out. Um, so tell me more about your sleep paralysis, Yanni.
I've never actually experienced sleep
Oh,
paralysis
okay.
per
Yeah,
se.
I haven't either.
Um,
I mean, when I hear about it though, I mean, I have dreams that maybe I can't act on something that I need to act on, but I've never had the sensation of like feeling like I'm awake, but I can't move. But I've certainly had experiences where I've been in dreams where I can't move.
I've I've had those dreams too. Now, the closest thing that I've ever had to it is I think I was 9,
Hmm.
and I swore up and down. We had bunk beds at the time. This was over at my dad's house, and we were 9 year. I was 9 years old. I slept in the bottom bunk, and I always like to make it a fort, kind of fort style. You
Yeah,
throw a blanket over it, especially in the summer.
sure.
So and I pull it back a little bit, and I
Uh-huh.
swear to you, there is a naked man with his back turned in that room, and I pulled it back as fast as I could, and then pulled it again to see if I was. I swear to you, half the night, I swear it looked like there was a naked man
Wow.
that had his back turned,
That's pretty
and that
terrifying.
shit has
That's
stuck with
terrifying.
me, yeah, for my life. Yeah, but there was like no sign of anybody breaking in because it didn't look like. Let me just say this for the record, it didn't look like my dad at all, like
Hmm.
nowhere close.
Hmm.
So I can rule that out. No
Sure.
sign of anybody breaking in, no sign of anybody doing anything. It's just there's a random naked dude with his back turned to me and my sister, and I'm just it. That is one of those things that just gets burned into your memory.
No kidding. Right?
Yeah.
I have dreams that I wonder sometimes if they aren't manifestations of things that really happened, like being locked in a closet and things like that. Like as a little kid, that's not something you make up, right?
Right.
There's something in your
Right.
life that you experience that would trigger something like that. I mean, I was having dreams of being locked in a closet at 3, 4 years old. And so I don't know if there's something in my past that specifically triggered that or not. I don't have those conscious memories, but
So the
Could
closest
be
I've
something.
had,
Oh, go ahead.
the closest I've had to anything sleep paralysis was occasionally when I'm about to go to sleep. It takes me a minute to go to sleep. Yanni can back me up on this because he's seen it. I kind of like lay down and I'll just start going into a trance. So I'll kind of just look like this with my eyes
Yeah.
open.
mhm.
And back when I was in my old apartment, my first apartment in Englewood, I saw something while I was in that state, and it looked like an anaconda made out of smoke. And
Huh.
then I saw it rapidly approaching me, and then it turned into something that looked like a face of a black panther with human
Mhm.
hands, black human hands. And I just
Have
saw
you
it
ever
come up on
have
my
you
bed
ever
and be like, meow. And then it
have you
disappeared.
ever looked up any of these symbols like in a dream dictionary?
Yes. The Black Panther with the human hands was a Goetic demon called Prince Citri.
Hmm.
And he's tied to succubus/incubus visits, as well as the ability to make men and women fall in love and take their clothes off.
Yep.
That rings true.
Might be blessed. Hashtag blessed.
There you go.
Oh man.
Yeah. I have a dream dictionary, but I should probably use it more. I should probably use it to analyze these dreams that I have, like over and over, the same, just like different versions of the same dream.
It might actually be like an echo of your house.
I've had these dreams though in multiple houses.
Hmm.
Do you recognize the other people in there or no?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Because usually, like, the dreams I have over and over are like going back to high school, and like I show up at school without my clothes on, and or I can't remember my schedule, or I can't get into my locker, stuff like that. Mm-hmm.
I feel like the high school nightmares are something that happen for the rest of your life. I recently had a high school nightmare. I was like,
Really, you
bro.
think so? Does that happen to everybody?
Yes.
Yeah.
At least,
High
yeah.
school must be traumatic for everybody then. I wonder
Yeah.
if it happens because, see, I was not popular or anything like that. So I wonder, plus, like, my family had all kinds of dysfunction. I wonder if if people who have like happy adolescences have those kinds of dreams.
I kind of want to ask my friend because I'm still actually friends with a childhood classmate of mine. And
Yeah.
yeah, when we went to middle school together, I was actually super unpopular and I was considered to be emotionally disturbed, which okay, I'll give them that. I'm not exactly a full happy meal. There's a couple of french fries short there. But he was like Mr. Popular and he was like with all like the cool kids who are kind of punk but socially acceptable punk. And
Mm-hmm.
they were like preppy and they were like part of the football team. I think it was football. It was some sort of ball team. And
Mm-hmm.
he had a happy high school. So I kind of want to find out if he has high school nightmares. Because if he has high school
Yeah.
nightmares, I'm going to feel a lot more relieved in a weird way, even though that sounds like a dick thing to say.
No, I totally understand what you're
Yeah.
saying because I mean, I've always kind of attributed those dreams to all of the anxiety I had in high school, and anxiety about and the pressure, like in my family, my very dysfunctional family, where I was the star. I was the one that everybody relied on to make everybody else look good. So like the pressure of meeting all of those expectations with my good grades, and the behavior that they thought was good, even though I was sneaking around behind the scenes. And so I've always kind of attributed it to that. But if there was somebody who I wonder if people who had like relatively functional families and for whom high school was pretty easy and they were popular and they didn't have the same kinds of stressors, if they would have those dreams. I don't know.
I
That's a
mean,
really good question. Yeah.
if you think about it, high school could have been traumatic for them in a different way. Like,
Well, true.
imagine
Yeah.
imagine being like one of the popular kids where everything was perfect in high school. Like they're king and queen of the pep rah rah valley thing. Their parents bought them
Right.
everything. Then they go to college and all of a sudden they fall flat on their face. You would be suckering in anything to do with your high. Oh, babe, was that you?
Well, it wasn't. I wasn't Mr. Popular in high school. I actually got beat up by one of my ex-boyfriends. But I was one of those kids that I literally could cut class every day,
Mhm.
not even pick up the damn book, and
And do
ace the
fine.
test.
Because
Oh yeah,
you're
yeah.
freaking
I was
smart.
I was
Oh,
He is.
But I got into college. Here's my thing. I got into college, and I think my ego got the best of me my freshman year. Took a junior level class at 8 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Wow.
That humbled me quick.
Did it? Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm not going to get into my college experience.
Well, my college, after I got married at 18.
Holy cat.
I know, right? I got married to get away from my mother and married somebody who was just like my mother. Imagine that.
Been there. I mean, did I say that out loud?
Yeah, you kind of did, but it's okay.
Look at Blitzo. There we go. Action.
Quick, change the subject.
Blitzo, go be the ham right now. Damn it. Now you don't want to perform? See this shit?
Oh, yeah.
Now I do.
It's like, no, Mama, I'm here to make sure that the rope is far enough.
Oh my God. So what are other dreams you've had like the same sort of dream over and over? I've had one where my teeth fall out. Have you had that dream?
Yes. I have the dream of the exploding teeth. It was funny because I did have a tooth explode at work.
Yeah. I think mine is I have those dreams because it's anxiety about being on the radio. My other
that's an interesting take.
My other reoccurring dream, which has happened a lot since a certain orange person has invaded the White House, even back during the first time, is I'm on the air. It's normal. So we have 3 live morning shows in our building. One's a political, one's sports, and one's country. The political is obviously up front because they, put the moneymaker up front, right? Well, it's got to be about 8:45. I know this because we are coming back from a break when it happens. I turn on the microphone and you hear a loud bang. And it turns out that as soon as I start coming to, somebody threw a pipe bomb in the building.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that to me, that I have that dream a lot. And I don't know if it's somebody telling me, hey, it's time to get out of the business or what.
I can relate to that though, because when I was a principal of a middle school, I used to have dreams of school shootings. And like, what would I do? And I used to, so my building security guard was a retired cop. And I consider him a friend of mine now. He's probably 15 years older than I am, maybe. But like, I would have to process it with him, my dreams with him, because it would be like, my dream would be like he got shot and I had to get his firearm off of him to protect myself, kind of thing. It was, those were horrible, horrible dreams. Fortunately, I haven't had one of those in a long time.
On a similar note, have you seen all those posts on Reddit about recurring nightmares of a nuclear war?
No, I'm not on Reddit at all. So no, I haven't. Tell me more.
So, and I can actually say my ex-husband had these recurring nightmares as well. And I had one where I would dream that like we were literally getting bombed by Russia or China or something like that. And, like at the time I used to live 10 minutes across the Hudson right over there in New York City. I knew I was a goner.
Yeah.
But I've heard so many people talk about dreams where they're seeing mushroom clouds in the distance, or dreams where they see the mushroom cloud and their last thoughts are, oh my God, I'm dying because of this fucking war. And they seem to come and go in waves. And what's weird about this is that I actually kind of tried to track when they were happening the most with people.
Mhm.
And when they were happening, had absolutely nothing to do with the international tensions going on.
What was it related to?
Nothing. They would
You
just
don't
like
think?
crop up at random.
Not related to anything astrological going on or anything?
Astrological, I have no idea because I am not an astrologer. I wish I was, but I do not have the attention span for that.
We should ask
That's
Karen.
that's a study I wish we could have done. I know it's way too late to do it now,
Yeah.
but the number of times that people have dreamed, had reoccurring dreams of nuclear war before 9/11
And
and
after.
after 9/11.
Sure.
Because I really didn't start having a lot of those dreams until after 9/11. Now, granted, I was a wee toddler. I'll admit it right now. I was 8 years old when the Soviet Union collapsed completely.
Okay, you're a little younger than I am, but not by
Yeah.
much. I'll be 58 this year.
I mean, we
But
still had our duck and cover shit
yeah. I mean,
in school.
that was like a full-blown existential anxiety for people my age. We did the whole thing where we were like, they'd have us get under our desks. Like, what the fuck is that going to do?
Oh yeah, because that's where I want to be when a giant fireball hits. It's under kindling.
That was to count the bodies. My dad told me that.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing was I was in California, and part of that was we did earthquake drills too in California.
We had a lot of tornado drills at the beginning of the school year because of hurricane season.
Mhm.
But I'll say this too. I have other reoccurring work dreams, and
Yeah.
a lot of them have to do with national events. One, I've actually dreamt that I was the only one in the radio station when when a nuclear exchange happened.
Mhm.
Honestly, with
I've
the way
had
that your
that
boss
dream.
treats you,
That's probably going to be true. Okay, so let me explain something to everybody that's never been in a radio station. There's two things we used to have back in the old emergency broadcast system days. We had two sheets of paper. One was a white sheet and one was a red sheet. The white sheet of paper was National Weather Service, maybe it was a landslide, earthquake, something, a natural disaster mostly, or a small civil disturbance. That's what the white paper was for. The red paper was in a red envelope. You were instructed, it was instructed to be in every studio. You could not open that envelope unless you were instructed to by the White House.
what?
Wow. That must have had something to do with the national broadcasting
tuck your head
system.
between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye letter. That's what we called it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that letter, that envelope,
or maybe
was
it's
only
time to head
opened.
down to your bunker or your bomb shelter.
Yeah.
If you had one.
That was back in the days of the Colonel Rad system too. Before we had missiles and all that, they would use the red paper because at that time we had time because you literally had to fly the nuclear bomb over the United States. Of course, now it could probably be here in 5 seconds. But I remember that, and they said, do not ever open that red envelope. You could actually go to jail for opening that envelope.
Wow.
That's how serious it is. But that basically is what it is. It is the government has collapsed. That's the worst case scenario thing. But I've also
So what do you think has taken its place today? What would happen? What is in that
envelope now?
Is there anything?
Yeah. There's nothing now because it's all automated.
Okay, gotcha.
So we have now. There's one thing that we have kept over from the old Colonel Rad days, and that is there is one station in your area that is like your main station. That's your main information station. Now, I don't work in that station, but everybody else, we now have EAS receivers, which is always fun to hear. You know, when you're in the middle of something, all of a sudden,
Right.
oh, great, we're not on
Yeah.
the air, guys. You know, um, that to me, and I've been like in bed alone, lights off, and sometimes stuff like that'll happen, like the weekly test. There's a reason why we run it at 3 o'clock in the morning, so nobody fucking sees it or hears it.
And here I was
But
thinking it was a good alarm
if you're
clock.
up, actually kind of is, because those things make me pee my pants every time I hear it. I mean, even today, 9 times out of 10, I only hear it because flash flood warning or you know there's a severe thunderstorm. But I'm always, oh yeah, I'm always waiting on that one EAS alert that's like, this is, you know, martial law, because that's how it's going to happen.
That's how
by
it'll
the
start.
way, how you're going to be,
Absolutely, that's how
yep,
it'll start.
that's how you're going to be informed. Is you're going to get that stupid thing. You're going to think it's just another, you know, tornado or something, and then it'll have like the U.S. federal government has issued martial law in the United States.
So other than Substack, I have one other social media site that I really only keep because if I got rid of it, there are people in my life that I would lose track of. Okay, that's the only reason I have it. I don't really use
Yep.
it, but I use it like if I need to get a hold of somebody. But back, let's see, like a year and a half ago now, I pinned this post to the top of the page that was about everything that happens from here on is leading towards declaring martial law.
Yeah.
And I still believe it.
Well, I mean, I don't. Were you there this morning for Fucked Up Friday on Daily Whatever?
No, this morning I had
Ooh.
other obligations, so I was not there for that one.
So the state of North Carolina, I wanted to bring this up real quick. It really wasn't gonna be in here, but now that we're talking about this, the state of North Carolina has just basically issued hunting licenses for women.
To
If
hunt
you
women?
get pregnant, yes.
Oh, yes,
if
I
you
saw
get
that.
pregnant,
I
yeah,
saw that in the news. Yes, you can murder a woman who is trying to end a pregnancy.
get
Yes.
an abortion.
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes, you can legally
So
kill a that's what they're trying to make legal. That is yeah, that was that the story that won today? Fucked Up Friday? Yeah,
overwhelmingly,
overwhelmingly. Overwhelmingly. And like this isn't like no hyperbole. This is like real shit. I was reading that too. They're trying to make it legal to murder women who are seeking an abortion.
they're gonna. It's basically going to be under castle doctrine.
Like that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like that makes
Well,
sense.
it's like, okay, so you're going to murder
So
somebody who's trying.
so we think she's going to murder a baby, so we're just going to make sure they're both murdered.
Yeah, like it makes no sense to put that under castle doctrine
That's
because
that's their
you're
logic,
not.
and this has nothing to do with your
Yeah,
house.
no.
Oh my god. Yeah,
I mean,
that is.
you literally could rape somebody and then go murder them and use this as justification. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable. It's unbelievable.
Well, the
But
whole reason why I even came to Substack was because I wanted a space where I could create fun and joy and escape from all of this bullshit. And that's what I try to do here. That's what Monday's about. It's about getting away from all this bullshit, and we're going to have fun and we're going to laugh, and it'll
we are.
be, we'll all be a little self-deprecating because we actually can do that without our egos being bruised. right? And getting all offended, we can make fun of ourselves, and it's going to be a blast.
It,
But like none of these people have senses of humor over there. Did you see the whole thing about um the Democratic post about telling Stephen Miller to
are
shut up, you ugly fuck?
they are losing their shit.
No lies were
But
told.
they do this.
Right?
But you know what? Here's the thing. I work with a lot of conservatives. That's their MO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
No sense of humor.
I've started.
No sense of
Yeah,
humor. Fragile egos. Yeah, totally.
yeah.
Oh, the
I've,
stuff that
I've
they
started.
say.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I flipped the script this morning
Oh,
because my boss or the guy that I'm on the air with for the sports show, he's like, why do they call it the men's and women's college world series? Why can't they call it baseball and softball? And I'm just sitting there going, what are we talking about here? And then I finally went, because he's trying to goad me into the discussion. I just flat out went, I am so done with this snowflake crap.
No
And
kidding.
I just sat there and called his ass a snowflake for like 5 minutes straight.
So there was a time, like remember when we were being called snowflakes all the time? Of course you
uh-huh.
remember.
Yes.
So there was a time because I have a ton of tattoos, and I was thinking about getting a snowflake tattoo, but I didn't. And it really was just a matter of like timing. And I think my tattoo guy went to prison anyway. So I'm not even kidding.
Pulling a
That's
me
So
how you
here.
know it's a good tattoo guy.
I haven't seen him in a couple of years. But anyway, um, I didn't get a snowflake tattoo, but now I almost like don't want to get one because they're the fucking snowflakes.
They are.
They are. I
So I'm
mean,
kind of glad I didn't
did
get that
y'all
one. I've never gotten a
did y'all see
tattoo I
that?
regretted yet, and I don't want to start now.
Well, did y'all see that? Like, okay, first of all, when it comes to Stephen Miller thing, like
Nosferatu, you
Jesse
mean?
Waters, yeah. First of all, Jesse Waters. Can I? Does everybody know the story on how Jesse Waters started dating his wife?
Wasn't
His
he
No.
like
current wife.
tutoring her as a
No,
kid?
no. She was his producer at Fox. Mind you,
Okay.
his wife was 3 months pregnant when they started dating. So he actually admitted this on
Mhm.
Fox News. He admitted this shit. He deflated her tires so she would have to ask him for a ride home.
That's creepy.
That's psychotic.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
that's some stalker level shit.
that. I've heard that was one of the reasons why his mother uninvited him.
I can see
And
why.
also,
Mhm.
he's not allowed. He is no longer allowed to have a female producer.
I
I
wonder
do know
why.
that for a fact.
Right.
So yeah. So you know what?
It's like Ken
Jesse
Paxton
Waters,
right now in
bring it.
Texas. Same freaking
Yeah.
deal, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
they want to throw shade at Tallarico, like he supports because he supports trans people, or he said God was trans, which, you know,
Kind of
if
real.
God exists,
Yeah.
then I've never seen God with a penis or a vagina, frankly.
Well,
So
that's yeah.
that's probably the
No.
closest statement to truth there is. But
Yeah.
so they're trying to make it like drag him for saying God is trans, but at the same time Paxton like has this major history
Yeah.
Yep.
that's
Oh no.
incredibly unethical.
It's what is it? Paxton let a convicted
Yes, the whole
child
thing.
molester out
He
of prison.
basically let
Yeah.
a pedophile off the hook with like serving
Because he
one
was
day or something
Good
because
Christian
like that.
boy.
the lawyer the lawyer of the pedo in question also donated $200,000 to Ken Paxton's campaign when he was running for attorney general. And so basically, that's how that guy ended up. And Paxton's only comeback is, you ran a vegan campaign.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh no.
Oh, and now they're dragging him for like being too good looking.
Oh, how
Yes.
dare a guy be sexually attractive to women? Oh my God, that is like the worst thing ever. Actually, you know what? For somebody like me, that is the worst thing ever because that's more
But they're-
competition I have to deal with.
They're dragging him for like having smooth skin and shit.
Well, I heard that Morlocks don't
y'all
like
are
that.
just ridiculous.
Meanwhile, you've got the same moron on Fox News that goes around and goes, nobody should be drinking from a straw in public because you purse your lips.
What? I have not even heard
Jesse
this.
Waters actually said that on the air. Like men should not drink from straws because they purse
it's a
their
feminine
lips.
behavior. Oh my God.
Oh my God. Actually, could I just take this moment to talk about like the thing that kind of came to me recently?
Please.
Go for it.
So, have you guys ever heard of comphet?
No.
That's compulsive heterosexuality. And it's basically like when you're kind of like pigeonholed into being straight, and they're like,
okay,
well, you're
but
happy ever.
But is that the same thing as like being closeted though?
It's like forcing yourself to closet yourself, thinking that you're straight, but you're not actually straight, and you're like just trying to excuse your gayness.
Like about 25% of evangelical Christian men.
Call me an evangelical Christian man then, because I was doing research on comphet, and as everybody here knows, I grew up extremely right wing, and I literally was like going through like the list of things that people who were heavily compheted say, such as, oh, everybody is sexually attracted to women. You can't just sit there and call yourself gay just because you're attracted to them. Or things like, yeah, I really would marry my best friend even though she's a girl, but that just means that we're really good friends. I was kind of just like looking at my dating life and like a lot of things, and I was like, this explains why I kept trying to shove guys in dresses for the past 10 years.
Well, but you're not I don't see you as pretending now to be something you're not.
But what I'm saying is that I'm gay.
Are you? But I've heard you say that you're also non-binary.
I am non-binary, but I just realized, like, over the course of today, after reading that, I was like looking at my past dating history. Yanni themselves, I should say, also is non-binary. I actually take the masculine role between the two of us.
It's true. It just naturally happened, by the way. It wasn't.
No, I mean, I can kind of relate in the sense that I'm a woman who's been in strong leadership positions and exhibit a lot of behaviors that are traditionally masculine. But anyway, go ahead. Sorry.
And I was just kind of sitting there and I was like, wow, there is so much stuff that I feel like I was forcing myself to do just to prove a point that I could do it.
To prove what point? To prove that you could do what?
Be straight.
Oh. Okay, so in your past, not now.
I mean, in my past and actually my fairly recent past, I kept saying I was pansexual, but honestly, I don't think I'm attracted to masculinity at all. And it just kind of like dawned on me as I was reading that, and I was just sitting there, I was thinking, how many of those freaking evangelical men are in the same boat as I was, where they're coming up with reasons to not have men behave in ways that tempt them.
Mhm.
Like the whole like pursing your lips is gay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Don't
dude, but why are you looking at those men like that while they're pursing their lips? You want to be the straw.
another one in the manosphere that I've noticed lately is the don't be whimsical, don't have a personality.
Yeah.
And I think this
Mhm.
falls into that category. It's like, oh, we're just doing this as a joke.
Yeah. Like anything other than stoic and
Yep.
uh suppressed is, yeah, is too much of a threat. And
It
in being in a relationship with someone who's a creative, um who and an intellectual, like the opposite of the jock stereotype, it's like there, how sad that people have to put themselves in such tiny little boxes.
oh yeah.
And for what?
It's always
Right.
it's always look like me. This is what I've
It's
learned.
to meet some approval. It's mommy daddy issues, right? How many of these fucking people call Trump daddy because they're a bunch of subs, but they want to dress up their sub in this false masculinity, like they're false doms.
Well,
Yeah.
I
That's
mean,
what it
like
is.
in a way, oh God, what's his name? Why am I blanking on his name now? Sig Heil guy. Um,
There's like
Hitler?
50 of them. Elon Musk.
no, the podcast jerk off.
There's like 50 of them.
Fuentes,
Literally.
Nick Fuentes.
Okay, yeah. Hmm.
You
Proud Boy.
you know he dates feminine looking men.
Because that's the most straight thing you can ever do, because having sex with a woman is gay. This sounds like
Yes,
stuff I used to say in my early 20s.
It's
shit, you saying the right one.
they're so afraid of their sub urges that they overcompensate, but it's not convincing.
No, it's not.
Not
It's
in the least.
I mean it's on the level of oh God, what's that guy who used to be on Hollywood Squares, the Center Square all the time?
Oh, Paul Lind.
Paul Lynde. It's on the level of Paul Lynde going, yeah, I'm straight. What are you gonna do about it? you know,
Right.
I
To be
mean,
fair, I would have bought that.
Liberace.
Wait, he's gay?
Paul Lynde?
What? Paul
Wait,
Lind or
Liberace's
Liberace?
gay?
What? Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Here's the problem. I am a very, very, like, starting to realize how much of a power dyke I am person. Unfortunately, my gaydar is broken. I thought that the village people were all straight and super
Oh,
manly
fuck
until I
no.
was like in my late teens, early
What?
20s.
What?
My gaydar is flat broken, dude. This is like 90% of my
Seriously?
dating life.
Yeah.
This
Oh
is
no, I have
explaining a lot
gaydar
about
all day
Trump.
long. I can totally peep it out.
This literally explains a lot about Trump. I mean, have you noticed like a lot of the acts that he
Shayna. But he can't be pursing his
China.
lips like that because it's gay.
China.
well, yeah, he's got to have like permanent duct face lips now because it's like,
Have
good
you
lord.
have you seen the dude on Instagram, Bran Hatton? It's
Mm-mm.
Nope.
BR, it's like Manhattan, but it's Bran Hatton. And it's a gay dude who lip syncs over Trump's voice.
Oh,
Yes. It is with all of the affectation and gestures and everything. It is the most. I'll see if I can send you guys a link. You will be laughing your ass off. It is because it's so on point. It's like, yep, we're all peeping it out.
That dance, though. I mean, can we talk about that? Does that dance
What
not look
dance?
like he's doing
There's
something
no
else?
dance. It looks like he's giving a couple. He looks like he's giving a hand jobs on both sides.
Are we
While
Right?
still
shaking his
talking about
ass.
Trump?
Yes,
Yes,
his
that
dancing.
stupid little dance he
Eh,
does. Whatever dance. Yeah.
Yeah. I
I've
was eating
seen
some
that in
yogurt,
several.
man.
I've seen that in several movies.
I was eating some
Oh,
yogurt.
yogurt? You're eating
I was
yogurt?
eating some yogurt. I don't want to eat the yogurt thing about Trump doing no hand jobs now.
Oh my gosh.
Come
By the
here,
way,
you're now the
I'm
new
pretty
scoop of
sure
yogurt.
there are pictures somewhere of him blowing Bubba.
Yes. Did you actually see the photo of it?
No, but I'd love to.
So apparently there was a
High
photo of him,
decarceration.
hey, decarceration. So there was a photo of him with Bill Clinton's pants down around his ankles. And I was just sitting there, I was like, so this explains why he had a hate boner for Hillary. That boy is mine. And decarceration says, so we are here for you.
That's always been my theory of why he's obsessed with Obama. He
Because of
wants
black
an
dick.
Obama speech. Yes.
For him, BBC is not just a channel he's obsessed with.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to, yeah,
I
he
agree.
wants to be on Blacked.
I agree. He's jealous of Michelle.
Yeah.
So am I, frankly, but
we can't all be dating
that's the
him.
thing, like he fantasizes about her having some junk.
oh sure.
And I'm like, yeah, and I'm sitting there going, okay, but Donnie, strap-ons exist. I mean,
And they come in that color.
They do.
They do. Oh, but all right. Before we get way off the rails here, the main reason for this, and now since we're in hour 2, I can do this. I don't know if y'all saw this story or not, but we have new evidence from this case. Black Dahlia.
Oh, do
Yeah.
we?
They may
Okay,
have
because
solved it.
I'm obsessed with this. Oh, what? I have not heard.
Yeah, it's allegedly
They
solved.
They have a huge breakthrough. It's from the same investigative team, and I'm about to pull it up here on News Nation, giving credit where credit is due. The same team that worked on the Netflix documentary,
which I watched,
has now come up and found a fingerprint.
Really? How do you find a fingerprint after
They
all
have
this
found
time?
a fingerprint.
After
and it
almost
sounds
100
to
years.
it from what it's sounding, it may have been her boyfriend.
Oh, really?
Huh.
See, I was thinking it was that doctor guy. Remember the like
I can
psychiatrist
see
dude?
I can see the doctor. The only thing that they never got was the autopsy report.
Where did they find the fingerprint?
Let me go back through the story here, because they didn't say where they. I don't think they said where they found the fingerprint. They just said they found a fingerprint.
Man, I don't know. I'm not totally unconvinced yet that it wasn't that psychiatrist guy that, remember, they lived in that beautiful house with the kids, and the kids were saying there's all this weird shit going on. in the house. I was totally bought into it being him.
Yeah, I could legitimately see. I mean, there's a lot of damn people you can legitimately see doing this,
True.
and that's what's been so strange about this case.
Is it really that strange though?
I was trying. No, because I mean, the rumors of her. There's like a bunch of rumors that would make sense of why somebody would do it and why this hasn't been solved.
Mm-hmm.
Namely, the fact that allegedly it's never been proven that she was a sex worker, and it's never been proven that she was a lesbian. But there's a lot of evidence that leans in that direction.
Huh.
So
I mean,
if that is the case, I mean, it's Dahmer all over again.
Well, I will stay tuned because I'm definitely that's one that I'm like, it makes my ears perk up. That'd
I
be
feel
great
like
if after all this time they could. I just have a feeling after all this time, they're at the point where there's so much evidence tampering that could happen or degradation of evidence and stuff like that, that they're never really going to know the truth.
That's what I want to know is what is the LAPD hiding?
Well,
I
there's
mean,
that
obviously,
too.
because if you won't give, if
Hmm.
you won't give the autopsy, something as simple as the autopsy report, you won't give it to documentary makers. What's in the autopsy report?
Hmm.
that's the weird thing about LAPD, more so than other police offices. LAPD is dealing with stars and celebrities and people in major power. And because of that, it seems like they're already going to be more hush hush than your typical thing.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. And I mean, even if we go back to like when this happened, LAPD was like, this is the whole like, um, the China, what was that movie with Jack Nicholson? The, and
Not
like,
China syndrome. China syndrome was
no, Chinatown. Chinatown, it was
yes,
about the same time, and the LAPD was so corrupt, and there was all this stuff going on with like water rights and stuff back then, and developers being in the police's pockets. And so this is all like around the same time.
yeah,
And not that they're
yeah.
any less corrupt today, I'm sure, but
I mean, we have proof that they're still corrupt as hell.
Well,
right. But then it was like the mafia was in big with them, and as they were with everybody. But yeah, so there's, yeah, who are they protecting? And follow the money always.
always, yeah. Money's the answer. What's the question?
Uh-huh.
As we like to say. So this thing just I'm with you. This thing just fascinates the hell out of me. The documentary, by the way, is on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why my brain is not functioning here. Um, oh, what was the name of that documentary?
I can't remember. I mean, I could look it up. I do have Netflix, but my TV's not on. I can try to find out. It was actually a super good documentary. I was I think I binge watched the whole thing in one day because I could and because it was so interesting. Let me see.
Yeah, I think it was in the story, but I just overlooked it. I know, riveting radio here, folks.
Yeah.
Well,
as
I
I
I'm
go
mean,
back and find,
I'm pulling up
where
Netflix.
do I
It's
go?
just taking me a second and then I can
one of the,
search.
one of the things that I kind of always wondered is LA seems to be very hell bent on, covering up what's going on. anytime that I've seen this kind of cover up for somebody who was not even a celebrity, though the Black Dahlia after she died seemed to be much more of a celebrity than when she was alive. It usually is because somebody in LAPD did something.
Mm-hmm.
That
Yeah,
wouldn't be
you know,
surprising.
you're true because they were so. I'm almost there. D A
Deconstructing Dahlia.
H. Is that what it is?
Yeah, deconstructing Dahlia.
Okay. Thanks, because
Right there in the story, I got to read it.
Mm-hmm.
Black Dahlia. So yeah, Black Dahlia. I wonder if is there more than one on here because they've
Oh, there's
got.
about 1 million on Netflix.
Yeah, there are.
I mean, you're not a streaming service unless you have 10 Black Dahlia documentaries.
No kidding.
I'm convinced of that now.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, serial killer documentaries are so hot right now. Isn't that right, Bit?
well, they
I
are.
enjoy them anyway because they give me a
And I
false
mean,
sense of control.
I understand that.
I was trying to look something else up too because I thought I heard something the other day. No, it wasn't the Night Stalker. It was Zodiac.
So
They
there's
were
been
coming
stuff about
closer and closer to
Zodiac
solving
too.
Zodiac.
Yeah, there's been stuff about that too. So there was this dude that came out and said, I think it was my father.
I'm
Like,
going to be so disappointed when it's not Ted Cruz.
for real. Yeah, Zodiac, that's another crazy one. So
Oh,
so the Golden
that's
State
what it
Killer, do
is.
you know about him? So he was
I
also
know
known
about the
as the
Golden
East.
State Killer.
He was a cop and
Yes.
he was also known as the East Area Rapist. So when I was growing up in Sacramento, um this dude was a very sadistic rapist that would break into homes and like tie up the husband and make the husband watch while the wife was being tortured, and it was like really really
Yeah.
awful and terrorized our whole city for a couple of years. And then it turned out that
Yeah.
he and the Golden State Killer were the same person, and it was an ex-cop.
And he
Yeah.
just got he was just sentenced, what, a couple of years ago, right?
Yeah, all that stuff with him is, yeah, fairly recent in terms of all those revelations. That was a big deal.
Yeah, like,
So
ladies,
that's. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, ladies, just be careful because 40% of cops have admitted to abusing their wives. And those are the ones who admitted. You don't know how many did not.
Yeah.
That's the
Think
truth.
about what comes with the
Um,
job. And that think about the personality profile they look for in the job. Same thing with the military.
you
Mhm.
know, isn't it funny? Like, because Dragnet did an episode of that
Did they?
where they were
The old school
showing,
dragnet?
how they, yeah, how they, old school Dragnet. It was one of the last seasons,
Wow.
and they were showing the whole process and things. I remember this episode because Fred McMurray was actually one of
My
the
three
citizen
sons.
panelists. And oh yeah, and Dennis the Menace too, by the way.
Really?
And
Wow.
see, yeah, I think he was the father in Dennis the Menace. Anyways, he I wish we would go back to something like that instead of trying to pick them off the military. I get why you want ex-military in cops. I do. They're already trained. You don't have to really spend that much money on training them.
Mhm.
But I think it should come to that. I think we need to bring back the citizen. I don't know if the citizen panels are gone yet or not,
I
but
don't
if they
know.
are, we need to bring them back.
Yeah. Um,
I mean, if
Now
this
that being
is,
said, I've worked with a lot of cops over the years because of my job, and now I didn't live with them, but in
mhm.
terms of my professional relationships with them, uh, they were always very respectful of me and my authority. So, um, I don't want to put them all in one basket because there certainly, and I know for a fact there are the bad eggs out there. I've come across them in other capacities. So it is what it is. But school resource officers, I also think, are cut from a different cloth a little bit. When you want to work with
Yeah.
kids, that's a different, maybe a different kind of profile.
Now we've had our problems with SROs in this state.
Have you?
Um, yeah,
What's up?
exerting way too much power.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, there's still a very infamous incident from 2 years ago where an SRO was supposed to be coming in to de-escalate a situation and literally knocked the kid out of the desk.
Oh, now here's the thing. I got to hire my SRO, and I think that's really important.
Yeah,
I, there would be people who applied for the job. And of course, they were still employed by the police department, but I got the final say about which one got the job.
That's
And
that's important.
so I was asking them questions from a completely different point of view than they would ever answer a question for, a street cop interview.
yeah. That power dynamic makes a world of difference because if you didn't have that, I can guarantee you that a lot of them would not have been as respectful.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And there are times I wonder because if and I know Jack Webb took liberties and probably did more propaganda than anything else especially when it came to Dragnet and Adam 12.
Uh-huh.
Um, but I
By the
wonder
way,
if
Adam
he's
12, the dude, Kent McCord, the cop with the dark hair, my
Mhm.
dad was his doppelganger.
Oh, that is awesome.
So
Ken
good
McCord was a
looking.
good looking dude back in the
That's what
day.
I'm saying. My dad
Yeah.
is 80 something years old and he's still a good looking dude.
You know the funny thing is about Emergency, which was the other Jack Webb
Yes, Randolph
production.
Mantooth.
He still goes out to firefighter conventions.
Does
My
he really?
grandfather met him 3 times. He is
Oh,
a
that's cool.
legitimately good dude.
Is he?
Yeah,
That's good to
yeah.
hear.
He loves being at those firefighting conventions and all that. I
Yeah.
mean, it's really not. I mean that, but he loved it. But what I legitimately wonder, it's like, are we even paying attention in the academies, like the police academies, to some of these guys who may get a little bit of a chub when they get some power?
Right. So, and
I
here's
mean,
my take on that. Um, I think a lot of police departments are in the same position that a lot of people like me in education were in, which is I don't have enough highly qualified candidates. Sometimes I need a body, you know?
Yeah,
yeah,
And that's really dangerous. It's dangerous on a police force and it's dangerous in classrooms. But
no, it really
not
is.
having a body is also dangerous. So it sometimes it's a trade-off.
No, I totally get that. I mean, we've had some of the worst yeah, and I know what you mean. It's we've had some horrible substitutes that have to come in because a lot of teachers. I had one English teacher that literally almost died in the middle of the school year.
Yeah.
And the substitute we had was just horrible because I
Uh-huh.
mean it's a body.
Yep,
They weren't even
exactly.
English. Yeah.
Yep. When I was that whole year we came back from COVID, when people were still getting COVID and having to go into quarantine for like 10 days, whatever at a time. I was covering classes. I had like everybody I could think of covering classes, and sometimes I just needed a freaking warm body, and it was scary as shit because I had teachers that were out because they were quarantined, and I think cops and police forces in a lot of cases are in that same situation.
Yeah.
Like they'll take
No, I
anybody
agree.
because anybody may hopefully is better than nobody.
And the sad part is you see a lot of people with certain political beliefs want to get into law enforcement
Yep.
because they realized they can bust some
Well,
skulls, basically.
and then yes, and then you lower the bar for what's required and you end up with ice,
Yeah,
right? Like you don't
yeah,
even have to
yeah.
read. You don't even have to be able to
Yeah.
read and we'll take you.
Oh,
Like
that's good
you
to know
can
because I
have
know a lot
felony
of them can't.
convictions, we'll take you. I mean whatever. They've gotten rid of every single restriction
They-
they ever
Yeah,
had to hold anything to even pretend to hold anything to a professional level. And so here we are.
they literally had convicted child molesters
Yes.
in those detention centers,
There
and
and
yet they
there
still can't
are
figure out.
there are convicted and pardoned January 6th insurrectionists in ICE right now.
Yes,
Cop
see that's
beaters. There are cop beaters in ICE.
yes. I mean, this is where we are. At least the good news is as I call it, the January 6th payment fund, because they
So
were all
if your
paid to do
flagpole
this.
got bent while you were beating a cop with it, you might qualify for reparations.
Yeah. It's sick.
Or maybe not, because a judge today said,
Saw that.
nope.
Yep.
Yep. It's
Yep.
like,
I
you
saw
ain't
that.
you
At
ain't doing
least
this shit, bro.
temporarily it's on hold. We'll see. I mean, can I totally see this case going to the Supreme Court and those fuckers
Oh, it is.
go, I'm sure. Yeah, I could totally see that.
Ooh.
Oh, I do too. And I think that's the one thing. This is
Decarceration,
where
you're absolutely right. I completely
yeah.
agree. And ICE needs to be
Stop it.
disbanded, and whatever role we need filled needs to be built from scratch.
I honestly believe the worst thing that happened to this country happened long before old Donnie took the White House. And it
Citizens
happened.
United?
It wasn't even Citizens United. It was the damn Patriot Act.
Oh, yeah, that too.
I
Yeah.
mean that thing destroyed this. I mean that was the death of this country. The day the Patriot Act passed, and I hate to admit this because I was still right-ish at the time.
Mhm.
I thought, okay, this is a great idea. Why isn't the CIA and the NSA talking to each other? Maybe we need a homeland security so people can, the FBI and the CIA can finally, you know, because that's the bill of goods we were sold, right?
Right.
Because
Mhm.
the FBI had two or three of these guys already in Florida flying planes. They were never learning how to land, which I don't buy because there is no flight school anywhere on the face of the planet. That's usually one of the first things they teach you is how to land.
Yeah. Well, between
At least,
that and Citizens United, because I'm also convinced that played a major role, because that's
oh,
what
it
made it
did.
possible for Elon Musk to buy the last election.
And why
Well,
aren't we
let me
ringing?
put it this way. That's what made it possible for Elon Musk to buy his way into fixing the last election by virtue of whatever fucking coding he did with the voting machines. Just saying.
Yeah. Why aren't we? This is what I don't understand about that. Why the hell are we not ringing alarm bells that 95% of the voting machines in this country
Or rigged.
owned by people of a certain ideology.
Yep.
That to me, and I've always had my problems with electronic voting. And I got it. We had to do it after Bush and Gore because apparently people in God's waiting room can't push a fucking needle hard enough.
Oh, are you talking about the dangling chads?
Is that what they're calling them these days?
Of 2000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dangling chads. I remember those.
Yeah. All because people in God's waiting room just couldn't muster the strength to, and forgot their reading glasses that day. I mean,
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe George Bush stole the election. All right. I'm going to say I think George Bush stole the election.
Yeah. Totally.
Because
this was the work over 50 years.
What are you eating?
Yeah. What are you eating?
Mom got me cookies from the local Greek festival.
You froze on. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I know decarceration. I'm the same way. I wish people would stop looking at my dangling chads in public too.
Jason says the same thing. He's self-conscious that his chads dangle.
I mean, it's better to dangle than to not dangle.
That's true.
This is true.
It could be hanging.
Because, right. Jason, do your chads hang or dangle?
What's that?
Do your chads hang or dangle?
My chads are well supported. Thank you very much.
But it's better than having an any chad.
Yeah, that's true.
No, definite outie here. No. The only any I have is on my midsection.
He does have an any belly button.
A normal belly button.
Can confirm.
There were so many terms in 2000 I wish I never had learned. Like pregnant Chad. I'm like, pregnant Chad? Wait a minute. Isn't that how... Wait. We got science going here?
Oh my God. Y'all are making me cry. My eyes are literally watering.
If chads could get pregnant, and birth control would be legal everywhere. You know,
if
absolutely.
If chads can get pregnant, then
you'd have abortions on every corner.
Right.
Just saying.
Yes.
Let's just be real. If Obama tried a third of what Trump did, he would have been publicly executed.
He would have been hung from a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was my whole point. Yeah, that was my whole point with the thing that I had posted the other day after I saw Michelle Kenny put up that, oh yeah, Trump's going to the Knicks game because the Knicks are in the NBA Finals. And I'm sitting there going, could you imagine in 2008 when everything was going to shit, Obama goes, hey, the Bulls are in the NBA Finals. I'm going to go to game 1.
Right.
It would have been over.
Right. So, well, they lost their shit when he wore a tan suit. So decarceration was talking about stepping on his dangling chads when he's driving. I can only imagine how awful that is. So I have danglers too, but mine are, because I'm a 50-year-old woman and I don't have a bra on at the moment.
My chads are always dangling. I free my chads.
She does.
I
prefer it that way.
Like as soon as I get home, I am like everything comes off and like I'm in my nightshirt right now because I just want to be comfortable. Underwear is optional when I'm in my house and sometimes when I'm in public.
Oh yeah. I wish underwear was optional for me some days, but that's a whole other issue.
Oh, well, that thing.
Well,
Zippers and
George
certain parts of
Lucas
the
said there's
anatomy
no
do not go
underwear in
well together.
space.
Yeah.
Yanni, George Lucas said there's no underwear in space.
This is true. I mean, how else do you get the? I've always wondered that. Like,
There's also no gravity, so that probably helps.
Now, what I would like to know is the legitimate Federation suit, is that a one piece, or are you required to wear slacks, or
In Star Trek?
Yeah.
In Trek, I think it depends on what generation you are.
I always figured it was a one piece.
Yeah, and it kind of depends on your character too, right? Like Deanna Troi, that was clearly a one piece bodysuit. 7 of 9,
Yes.
clearly one piece. That I would not mind taking off of her at some point. Just saying. Jerry Ryan's pretty hot.
Oh God, yes. And she says she still loves that character.
And she still looks amazing. Like, I am in awe. Holy crap.
I'm not gonna lie.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I had a thing for Troy back in the day too.
Did you? I met her. I met Marina Sirtis when we were on the cruise. She's so fucking cool. We had a blast with talking to her. She was amazing.
Now, I was also, but if you had to make me choose between Dr. Crusher and Dr. Troy, Dr. Crusher won every single time, but that may have something to do with
the redhead.
She's a redhead.
Is it the red hair?
Yeah, it is.
I will say, so I probably identified more with Crusher, but like having met them both fairly recently, Troy holds up the best.
She was awesome.
She's hot still.
Crusher was cool.
She's like Gates McFadden is still pretty cool, but I'd say she's showing her age more.
She's a twin.
She's also very, very, very skinny. And so if you like a little meat with your potatoes, Troy's your woman.
Now, I can confirm one thing. Will Wheaton will block you if you say "shut up, Wesley."
For real, baby.
I know that because I was blocked by Will Wheaton.
I believe that. I totally believe it.
I got a like from Will Wheaton
because he's kind of a brat.
I got a like from Will Wheaton.
Oh, Jason said he got a like from Will Wheaton on Twitter once.
He actually reposted or like.
Oh, I got a like from Todd Stashwick recently on Substack.
Ooh.
On Substack?
Sweet.
Yeah.
He was actually there?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
My biggest claim is I got to talk to Tony Todd. Like, we actually had a back and forth.
Oh, yeah?
About 2 or 3 days before he went and shot the last Final Destination movie.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to talk about somebody who treats their fans like gold? Tony would do that. I mean, literally, you could have had a conversation with Tony Todd on Twitter. Like, he was more than happy to go back and forth with you.
That's super cool. And, that's something like, so having gone on that cruise, which Jason and I are going to do again this coming year, there are some of the Trek stars that you can just totally like sit by the pool and have a conversation with for an hour. And then there's others you never see except when they're like officially on stage. And so it's really cool, like when you're just like hanging out and they are like sitting down next to you at dinner and you're like, oh, hey. And they're like, oh, hey, how you doing? Where are you from? And it's like, yeah, you're like, cool.
Yeah.
That happened to me with Todd Stashwick one night. He sat next to me at dinner.
So since we're basically on free range piss around time now, till the top of the hour. All right. I got into this discussion this morning, and I want to hear y'all's thoughts on this. Who is a celebrity that you met that you thought would be cool to hang around with and turned out to be a total asshole, and vice versa?
I have to think about that a second.
I have a number that I could tell you.
Oh, do share.
Yeah, you share while I'm thinking because I have to think.
So there was a couple of okay, so as you guys know, I'm notorious for being a DJ groupie. Um just a general person who has a tendency of spreading their legs and flying, so to speak. Um I think both of you might have already heard this one, but did you guys hear about that time that I met Ron Jeremy?
No. Oh, I'm dying to hear though.
So, fun story. We actually have photographic evidence of it. I was one of the people who Ron Jeremy sexually assaulted.
Oh.
2020 AVNs. He'd already been booted out of most strip clubs in Las Vegas, but he had a moment on the strip club at one of the bigger names in Vegas because it was a comedy hour, and he was like, "Yeah, I can do comedy." And those of you who don't know, Ron Jeremy used to be a teacher prior to being a porn star. And back in the day when he was in his 70s mode, I was like, damn, I'm not even attracted to men, but damn. Like, he was pretty. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I should just chat him up and just find out what his favorite book was. I had been warned by other professionals that they would like me, that he would like me too much. I didn't understand what that meant because I'm autistic as shit. So I go up to him and I'm like, Mr. Jeremy, what's your favorite? How's $1,200 for a scene with me? It's like, I just want to know your favorite book. Give me a kiss. So he starts making out with me. I'm not saying no because it's Ron Jeremy, and like, it's not every day that you get an offer to hook up with a legend.
Right.
And while he's sitting there, he's like grabbing my boob and stuff like that. The security comes and goes, "Excuse me, sir, this is not one of our strippers. We've already warned you about this. You have to go." And that was the end I saw of Ron Jeremy.
Wow.
I'm not going to name names simply because I now belong in this industry full time, and I'm going to be working alongside a lot of her coworkers, but there's also a cover girl of Inked magazine who at one point I was very close with. I'm talking like this. I'd even invited her to raves, and she didn't completely run away after a rave, which is kind of a miracle considering how everybody was behaving there. I thought that she was really cool, and then I found out that she was a white nationalist.
Oh.
Is this somebody like whose name is big enough that I would probably know who it is?
Potentially. She's been
Yeah,
on the
no.
cover of Inked and Tattoo.
Okay.
Due to contractual obligations, I can't name her out loud, but I can drop the name. It was a pretty big scandal when people found out that she was a white nationalist. And I was beyond upset because, like, I bring people to raves to show them, like, the importance of peace, love, unity, and respect. I was like, but we went to a rave together. How could this happen?
Right.
There's one industrial band, and they hooked up with my friend's girlfriend while she was 16.
Oh.
Yeah. Super not cool. That's right up there with some Steven Tyler shit.
Well, the creator of one of the biggest sites for goths, it was a social networking site. I'm going to let you figure out which one it is because there's only one.
Yeah.
He is notorious in the New York City area for liking them way too young. It's
now,
also
he's not the owner of the site. He's not the owner
it's
of the
an
site
epidemic,
A, right?
Not with A.
Okay.
V.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. I know multiple girls under the age of 18 who hooked up with him.
Wasn't that one of the reasons why he started the site?
Allegedly. Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Everything's allegedly, right? It's a freaking epidemic. That, well, it's worse than an epidemic. It's endemic in the sense that it's been going on for fucking ever, and nobody's ever questioned any of it or
Well, we've
policed
got,
any of it, or yeah,
you
it's
know,
just, yeah.
Yeah.
I read an article. So the girl that Steven Tyler adopted,
Mm-hmm.
um, basically so he could take her on the road with him. I just read an article recently that she wrote that was really telling of, the impact it's had on her. Now that
Yeah,
she's an adult and fully understands what happened to her and how he took advantage of her vulnerability. It's really sad and infuriating. Hi, Miss Hughes.
yeah. Like one of my friends, like when she was like when we used to hang out, she was I don't know what happened to her. I think she did pass away, unfortunately. But she was like when I was in my early 20s and she was in her late 20s. Like we were pretty inseparable in the goth scene.
Mm-hmm.
She was a beautiful woman. She was half Korean, half British.
Oh,
And
well.
everybody used to say that she and we looked like twins.
Mm-hmm.
She, much like myself, has a hobby of sleeping with people who are, kind of famous. And allegedly, I don't know how true this is, but she slept with both Trent Reznor and with what's the other dude's name? Marilyn Manson.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So what was her take on? I've heard a lot of horrible things about Marilyn Manson.
me too.
so here's what I found out. I found out that Trent Reznor actually waited until she was 18 and had like a whole long talk with her.
Mm-hmm.
Because the two of them were more or less just kind of like friends, and he would just like keep her on the tour bus. They didn't do anything when she was younger. Then when she was 18, he was like, "Listen, dude, I'm starting to really like you. I think that we need to take this slowly. I don't want to do anything that could hurt you." Marilyn Manson, on the other hand, if you've ever heard about, you know, allegations of an underage girl that he got his tour bus pulled over, roughly the age of 14, that was her. And I honestly think that whatever happened during that time in her life, I'm not saying it was Marilyn Manson, I'm not saying that was 9. But I do know that she had one of the most crippling heroin addictions I've ever seen in my life. And coming from me, that is saying something.
Yeah.
I honestly think it's because of whoever did that to her, it showed.
Well, I mean, PTSD is a bitch.
It is.
And it's hard to have any malice towards somebody who self-medicates to try to deal with it because you don't know what the hell else to do.
Ask me how I know.
Right.
Well, when was she hanging around Trent Reznor?
Apparently when she was like anywhere from like 14 to about 21, 22.
Because I remember Reznor went through a nasty heroin. I'm not saying it's him. I'm just saying that I know he went through a nasty
Late
heroin
90s.
phase too. Yeah, in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, that's when she was hanging out with him. But DJ, if you ever see this, please reach out to me. I'm sorry that we lost track of each other, but I miss you.
Hope you're on a better track.
She deserved so much better than what the goth scene did to her.
Absolutely.
Like people don't understand that like a lot of these celebrity circles, particularly like the goth scene, which was supposed to be like super welcoming towards women like me and her and whatever, back in the 90s and early 2000s, it chewed you up and spit you out. Like it was brutal.
You know, I think it's an example of a lot of other situations we're seeing where people with power, whether it's fame or whatever it is, money, um, ultimately are just going to take advantage of people who are vulnerable to get what they want.
I will say that she said nothing but good things about Trent Reznor. So I don't
That's
think
nice
that
to
he
hear.
was, yeah, I don't think that he was the problem.
Yeah,
Others I mentioned, yeah.
I've heard that, especially when Trent was getting sober, he started becoming a really good dude, started treating his wife a lot better. I know he took a few years off touring because he wanted to spend more time with his wife. I remember seeing that. And I think that's another guy that once he got a little bit of fame, it kind of chewed him up and spit him out a little bit too. I'm not saying that he's a victim of anything. I'm just saying that I just see that.
Maybe, I mean, he probably too learned some lessons the hard way, and maybe that was the best thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another celebrity I've heard mixed reviews about was DJ Cyril, who's pretty big in the happy hardcore thing. I've heard he's very charming. I've personally met him. He was actually at my first marriage proposal. He was actually very polite, very uplifting. I had nothing but good experiences with him, but I did hear that he has a tendency of being very flirty with girls, which wouldn't be bad if he wasn't married with kids.
Right.
Yeah, that's a little
go to horny jail.
Yeah. Little bonk. I do have one, but I don't have like a lot of like evil stories, but I will definitely tell you one I know for a fact in the sports world who you would think is one of the greatest, nice would be nice as hell, one of the best. Dick Vitale is an asshole.
Oh, really? Huh.
I've had
Interesting.
I've worked in orbit with him before, and he knows where he is in the pecking order at ESPN. Let me just put it that way. But a guy you would think, and I'll say this, a guy you would think at ESPN is a massive asshole, and it turns out that 90% of his shtick or 90% of his perception is just how he is on camera. Stephen A. Smith is one of the nicest guys in the world.
I would not guess that about him, but cool.
I liked him in American Dad.
Oh, yeah. And you know what? I liked his radio show, too, a little bit because, he'd start off and then he would start screaming. And it's like, but no, that's an act. All of that shit you see on TV, that's an act.
And that's something I think we all have to recognize. Like, right? What you see on TV, you really have to take it all with a grain of salt because you don't know if it's an act or not until you know.
Yeah. I will say this. Shaq is the only person I know that is 100% real.
Really?
Like he is that fucking cool off. Because all right, it was I want to say 07 when he got traded to the Phoenix Suns. So the guy that I do the sports show with during the week was friends with the head coach of the Phoenix Suns at the time, Dan D'Antoni. Or Mike D'Antoni, sorry. Dan was his friend, and Dan was Mike's brother. He was at Mike D'Antoni's house when the Phoenix Suns made the trade for Shaq. So we got to interview him. And you want to talk about a guy who legitimately is like an overgrown kid? I mean, it's uplifting to feel and hear. Shaq is like one of the realest dudes on the planet.
Huh.
Like that's what you get. I mean, he is big, he is goofy.
Hmm.
Like you want to hang out with Shaq because
Well, and now
he's
that
just
his
one of the coolest
son's
dudes
hit
in
the
the world.
big time, I mean, I'm sure that says something about him as a father too. I mean, you can say what you want
Mhm.
about, and I'm sure there's debate out there about whether his son got his position because of nepotism, but
Yeah.
he no doubt had to be a good dad then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think of
Um,
what some of the music.
I don't have like a lot of dirt stories on stars. I haven't met that many, I would say, and the ones I have met have actually been super cool.
I'm trying to
And
think of the dude.
even like when I've been at cons, like you know how sometimes if you go to a con and they don't have a line or anything and they're just sitting there, you can go up and just talk to them, whatever. Super freaking cool. So I don't have trash talk about any famous people really. The very first famous person I ever met that I remember was Archbishop Desmond Tutu,
Oh,
Ooh.
right? So I'm getting off an airplane and I'm flying coach, and he was probably in first class at the time. I'm not sure, but I was getting off the plane, and you know how when you get off the plane, there's that little area there where if you're like waiting for some luggage, you checked at the gate or whatever,
mhm.
they might give it to you there. So he's waiting there, and I'm getting off the plane, and I had my daughter with me, and she was like not even 2 years old yet. So I'm like, she's on my hip. Plus, no, she was about 2.5, I guess, because I was pregnant with my son. So I'm 7 months pregnant. I've got my daughter on my hip. I'm getting off this plane. It was an international flight. I'm tired as fuck. And he's standing there with a flight attendant. And I looked to him and I was like, "Can I shake your hand?" And he was very gracious, shook my hand, and he blessed my daughter and my stomach. And I was like,
Huh?
"Oh, like I wasn't going to tell him I'm not a believer, but okay, I'll take whatever good juju I can get, right?" I was like,
I
this
mean,
dude's like internationally famous for being a peacemaker.
absolutely.
And I got to shake his hand, and he literally like touched my kids. Wow.
And
That
not
was
in an
freaking cool.
inappropriate way.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, that too, right? No, he was literally like incredibly gracious and like very like his speech was very like calming and centering, and it was like, "Oh wow." Cuz you know how you are when you get off a long flight, you're like, "Oh, fuck, whatever." It was just like, "Oh, it changed my whole attitude." Like in that very moment, it was really really cool. It was a spiritual experience, I would say.
That's awesome. I worked
Yeah.
for Rick Schwartz, who he's the producer behind Machete and There Will
Oh,
Be
yeah, yeah,
Blood.
yeah, yeah. Mhm.
I actually worked directly underneath him for a short period of time, and then like,
Really?
yeah, I did a lot of writing while I was at Derek for him specifically.
Mhm.
And Rick was what I call a office live wire. Whenever he would come in, he was an element of very, very fun chaos. By the
That's
end of
so
like
cool.
5 minutes, you'd be sitting there, you'd be like, oh shit, I need to rethink everything.
I'm
Crap!
I'm looking for my machete cookbook. Actually, it's Jason's, but he has a. Hold on, I got to look for it.
There's one we
Oh,
have to get Ossiana for Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
it's Danny Trejo's cookbook.
Danny
We have
Trejo is
it.
cool.
We have it. We have his cookbook, and it's signed because Jason met him and had him autograph it. I can't find it right now. I don't know. It's probably stuck behind some other shit. Yes,
I
where's
have
your
to
Trejo's
admit,
Tacos cookbook?
It should be down there.
the
I can't find it.
one
Is this
person,
it?
the one
No.
person I
Oh, check
met
this
under,
out though. You'll like this cookbook.
oh, we need that one.
Yes.
We
Yanni?
need that one. Yeah, you want to tell the class, Ossiana, how much time we spent in front of cookbooks at
This would be good for your Sunday dinners.
Oh yes.
We spent like
It was a
maybe
gift from
5
a
minutes.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
Oh,
We found some awesome cookbooks. There it is. Oh, that's awesome.
I met Danny Trejo and he was
yeah.
fucking awesome.
He met Danny Trejo. He's a short little dude,
and
but
with a big old handshake.
he
like,
gave Jason the bro handshake, and he was like super cool. Big hug.
I got a selfie with him. He was badass.
Yeah. He's and he even signed.
Oh, and
Wow.
I've mentioned this before, but you guys have heard of Pablo Escobar, right?
Yes, of course.
I'm friends with his son, or at least I used to be until I rejected him.
Oh.
But Pablo Escobar Jr. is a sweetheart too. He really likes my cooking. He specifically likes my strawberry shortcake cookies.
How did you meet him? On a movie set?
No, that's such a loaded question, but let's just say that
What
you
with you
know,
is not a loaded question. That's
well,
my question.
I was at a smoke shop and he was just there, and apparently a friend of a friend mentioned that I was going through a tough time because my dad had just died. So he decided to just, show up at my house to be a motivational speaker.
There you go. I mean,
There's
of course.
nothing shady about this. I realize
Of
this.
course.
That's what I was waiting on. It's like the 8 plates of cocaine or something, just.
I mean, we didn't actually do coke. He actually was trying to get me off of it because he was like, listen, that's gringo poison. That's what we call it down there. Stop snorting it already. He was very nice about it.
The best dealers don't use their products.
Mm-hmm. He was a sweetheart, though. He was trying
So
to
are you
stay
still in
thin.
touch with him?
Potentially.
Maybe. You cannot confirm nor deny.
Correct.
Gotcha.
He's friends with a lot of my other friends in certain industries.
Sure.
I'm just gonna leave it at that.
Uh-huh. Got you.
But
You know how it is.
Yeah. I think was it Al Sharp? I got to meet Al Sharpton once.
That must have been fun.
Well, under the circumstances, I got to meet him under.
Big Al Sharpton or little Al Sharpton?
Big Al Sharpton.
Big Al Sharpton. Okay.
The politician, yeah, as I call him, yeah, politician. So okay, he did his show from our student. Mind you, this was when I was still green in radio.
Mm-hmm.
He did his show from one of our studios. This was at the time of Chris Rock's mom. She had that incident. I think it was at Denny's or Cracker Barrel.
Like a racist incident?
It was down, yeah, it was a racist incident. And
I don't remember it, but okay.
It was down like Conway or Myrtle Beach or something like that. Anyways, he did his show from our studios, and apparently, I mean, he was not, listen, he was cordial to me. He was cordial to me, shook my hand, said, nice to meet you, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So my bosses, on the other hand, created an incident. So, he's already down there for one reason. Now, to be fair to my bosses at the time, this was standard fare for everybody or every VIP that we would have in there, but they probably should have been a little bit more culturally sensitive. We would go get stuff from a local barbecue joint that especially when we have VIPs in town, that's generally how we
With
did
the
it.
mustard
Well,
sauce.
no, this one wasn't with the
No.
mustard sauce. We know better.
Oh.
I can tell you stories about a certain I'll just put it this way, a certain restaurant that serves mustard-based barbecue. And why they're in deep shit with the state. But
really?
yeah. They're
We'll have
members
to
of
talk
the Sons
offline.
of the Confederacy.
Ah, gotcha.
I'll just leave it at that. But anyways,
Yep.
they had part of what they give on the thing is fried chicken. And
Oh no.
when you have people that are already there in that state of mind,
Yeah, you might as well add watermelon to the menu, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, he wasn't happy with my bosses. I'll just put it that way. They still did get them lunch, but it was from like a sandwich place, which they probably should have gone to in the first place. I'm not letting them off the hook by any stretch of the imagination. I'm just saying that you generally what their SOP was for it didn't matter what your race was. That's kind of where everything went, but
sure.
It's better than what my ex did with Coolio.
What?
So, like, Exotica is not just a porn convention. Occasionally, it is also just used as a place where people in certain types of organized crime go to congregate, talk in a neutral ground, and just, be amongst each other and just enjoy the finer things in life.
Okay.
One year, there was a particularly bloody, particularly deadly gang war that broke out on both sides of the coast. Coolio got invited, and Coolio's the guy who sings Gangster's Paradise, which is all about the futility of gang violence. And, to sing. So we're all making our way towards... Oh, what happened to Shayla?
Oh no. We lost Shayla.
Just invite her back in. But yeah, we were all making our way towards the front of the thing to watch Coolio play, because this dude's kind of legendary in terms of rap, like everybody knows who Coolio is, right?
Yes.
And as Coolio gets on the stage, everybody's being very quiet. You can always see some people who are very emotional because they know exactly what song is going to play. They're having these people who are
back.
up. All right, so these people are
Audio.
back on the stage.
MacBook camera.
You good?
Why can I not hear anything?
All right.
Oh, no.
There we go.
There we go. So these people are all headed towards the stage. There are people who are very, very, very noticeably flagged up. And for those of you who do not know what flagged up means, it means that they're wearing gang attire. And they're showing which set they're from. They're showing what hood they're from. When you see a lot of people... it wasn't just Crips and Bloods. I saw some Trinis. I saw some DDPs. I saw Y gangs.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah. So, they were all coming in. Some of them were already very emotional. Like, you could see a couple of guys who were just, holding back tears. I go up there with my ex-husband, who was then my just regular husband. Coolio gets on the stage. My ex-husband did not recognize who Coolio was, so was not used to seeing his hair. So my ex-husband goes, "Excuse me, security, who let the crackhead on the stage?"
What the fuck? No.
I swear to God, you could hear a pin drop in that audience.
Oh my God, what an idiot. Hence,
and I was just sitting there, I just look at him like this.
Hence, he's your ex, right?
And everybody's just kind of turning and looking at me with this guy who just asked to remove the headliner of the show, the person who a lot of these people were here to be with, just to pay respects to their loved one.
Oh my God.
And I'm seeing people reach into their pockets at this point, which is a very, very bad look. So I literally like yank my then ex and I go, you are going to shut the fuck up. You're going to look very respectful and solemn, and we're going to have a long talk about shutting the fuck up before we leave.
I am.
So, by the way, if you're wondering, yes, Coolio heard. I was supposed to have an interview with him. That interview never happened.
Sure.
So he does his performance. Everybody applauds, and I'm like overly like, oh, look at how much I love this. Look, look, look. Please don't shoot me. Like, I was desperate to try to like cover up for my now ex. Because out of all the things that he said after he knows that everybody got dead quiet and turned and looked at us, he goes, what? I want the crackhead removed. I'm waiting for the talent to arrive. I'm like, shut up, shut up, shut up. So the performance ends, and then I decided to approach Coolio because I was like, okay, I can fix this. I can fix this. I'll come up with something to say. And I was just like, I really like I liked your show. And he just kind of like looks at me and goes, I want to hang out with some porn stars. I was like, and then my ex turns to him and goes, good show. And then you just see Coolio goes, sure it was. I was just like, come back, no.
No kidding. You know, yeah. And that's why he's your ex. Probably one of many reasons.
That was like one of those times where I was just sitting there. I was like, I cannot believe he said that out loud. He almost got his ass shot that day.
Well, there's that too, right? Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that's when I would have been slinking away going, who are you?
You know, if I was smarter and if I thought on my feet better, I totally would have done that. But, yeah.
Oh, man. Right? That's when you need a line, like, from the movies. It's like, I'm dissing you and I'm going with this guy.
I mean, not for nothing, but after a while, like, we both started to realize that we're not good for each other's careers at all.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I was married to a professional football player for a while. I understand.
My condolences.
Yeah. I mean, and if I was going to say, like, I met anybody who was a dick, it would be people in the sports world.
Yes.
I dated an NFL guy once. I was not impressed.
Yeah. My story is a whole story that's not for public consumption. I'll maybe
Understood.
share it someday. But yeah, my story is a 40-year long story.
The important thing is that you're out and you're with a hot guy now.
Yeah, I'm in a much better place. And I did the hard work of making sure I stay in a much better place.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I just realized we spent 2 hours on this.
You know, what fun, because this was not something I was planning on at all. So Ossiana, Monday night, Vic voiceover here is going to be our announcer. Oh, Jason just got some equipment.
I got my
Jason
mic.
just got equipment for Monday night.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
Game show mic.
His game show host, Bob Barker mic. So Monday night, Latchkey Hour, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific. And Yanni is going to be our Roddy announcer.
Yes.
Name is Vic Voiceover. I will be Vanna Valuebin, the model, and I have a hot outfit to wear. And Jason is going to be Biff Bargain, the host, with our special guest, Dana Dubois, and Lawrence Winterman, who happened to be on. Did you freaking check him out on Joy Reid tonight?
No, I haven't.
He was on Joy.
Yeah, he was on Joy Reid's show.
What the
Oh,
fuck?
wow.
He hit the big time.
He was on Joy.
Yeah, it was awesome. So anyway, yeah. So Monday night's going to be like a big freaking deal, people. We're going to have so much, and it's just going to be fun. Stupid fun,
Yeah.
because we need more stupid fun in this world.
We need more
That's
stupid
my new
fun.
mantra. Like, where did all the merrymakers go? You know
I
what
mean,
I'm
he makes
talking
me
about?
merry.
Well, this is true. You make each other merry, but there's the whole rest of us out here. Come on, people. So we're gonna do spiritual merrymaking on Monday. That was alliteration.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
I
trying
know,
love
to.
it.
Speaking of game shows, I've been looking at finding a way of getting a tic-tac-toe simulator and actually start doing like horror versions like on Wednesday. I think that'll be something for Wednesday happy hour. I was going to bring this up to you. Like I was thinking we could do one weekend do like the pyramid, another weekend do another Wednesday do like tic-tac-toe, like the real simple game shows that we could pull off. It is amazing.
Here's the other thing. Jason and I have been trying for like 2 months, 3 months maybe, to try to get together a live stream D&D game. And we've already got the characters out and everything. Yeah. Oh, do I have 2 people right here? Jason, Ossiana and Yanni want to do live stream D&D. We've got a couple other people too, so we'll be in touch about that. Because
we need like
legit
2 hours.
We need 2 hours
for like 3, maybe 4 consecutive weekends.
For 3 or 4 consecutive weekends, like 2 hours each weekend for 3 or 4 consecutive weekends to run the whole campaign.
I think the first one's going to be mostly rules.
Because the first one you got to lay down a lot of ground rules. Yanni's digging for shit.
I have a D100.
We have
dice.
So this could totally be a blast.
Trying to find it because it will be because I have
sheets and everything.
Yeah,
right now.
We've got character sheets and everything, so we'll be in touch about it because we also So wants to do it. Who else wanted to do it? Do you remember?
So was in and
somebody else.
I have to go back and look
anyway.
Who else was
we'll figure it out but we got to get past your wedding first.
Yeah, we do.
Right, and I've got a wedding in July. My son's getting married. So
congratulations.
Well, they have an almost 4-year-old, so it's not a big surprise or anything. It's kind of like it was coming eventually, and I love her. She's fabulous. I already consider her my daughter, so this is just kind of like a formality for me. Although, I also want it to be special for them because neither one of them has been married before, and they're in their 30s, and it's okay. And I have a grandson with them, so it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
No, when it comes to D&D, one of the people I used to support on Patreon, they when you first did it, they gave you a free order from D&Dice.
Oh, really?
So I have a set. Yeah, I have a legit set from them.
I have a nice set of dice that are like galaxy dice. They're all sparkly. So we have characters. So maybe we'll shoot for August.
I'd like that. By that time, Yanni should be up north.
Life will have slipped for everybody. So I will pass that on to Jason. Like we'll shoot for August for, we'll set aside a specific chunk of time each week for several weeks to get our campaign. We've got to commit to it or it's going to be a shit show,
Yeah,
exactly. And just giving everyone a heads up, both me and Yanni are in the market for new job offers, especially in the New York City tri-state area. Hire him and he'll be able to actually be with me 24/7.
Because I am technically now I'm on the clock at work.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I find somebody, that's my job. It's
Yep.
over.
Yeah.
Come on, people. Somebody out there's got something.
Oh, there it is. That's
Oh, sweet.
yeah. That's
Yes,
the free set I
I'm stoked
got.
about this. This is going to be fun.
Oh, absolutely. Because
I
I've
can't wait.
what I've
'cause I'm
always
gonna get,
wanted.
like
What I've,
all into my character and shit.
see now, what I've always wanted to do was go back to Vampire the Masquerade because I haven't played a campaign for years.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm working on as well. So
Well, we wanted to start out with something that's manageable. That's not just like a one-off 2-hour thing and you're done, you know, where we can at least get a little bit into it, but it's not like a lifetime commitment. And then we'll see how that goes, and then we can go from there.
Sounds good.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm
Excellent.
gonna whip out my Call of Cthulhu stuff again. That's a fun. If y'all have never played Call of Cthulhu, that's one of the most fun tabletop games ever because you are on a timer. You are literally on a timer.
Oh, that would stress me out.
You're
I would
a
totally be stressed
detective.
out.
Oh yeah, because
I
this is the thing.
I like games like have you played
Yeah.
like Apiary or Eschaton or anything? I like those games, but to be on a timer would fucking stress me out.
Well, see, the whole thing is as you're investigating as a detective in San Francisco, you're also slowly losing your mind. And you have to solve
And
everything
that's different
before
from
you
any other
go
day.
insane.
How?
Yeah.
Because you're in San Francisco.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing is like Cthulhu is slowly taking over your mind and you're becoming, basically the rest of the world you're insane.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun. It's very intense, but it's fun.
Yeah. Sounds like it. Okay. Well, D&D, we'll get back at you guys about that. In the meantime, Yanni, we're rehearsing on Sunday for Monday Live.
Yes, we are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's how serious we're taking this. We're actually having a rehearsal, people. So you better fucking show up. I'm talking.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm talking to the people in the chat.
Mm-hmm. And show some hearts if you want to see Tarot for America pop up again on House of Bast or Ossiana Teffenhart.
Yes.
Or we can even do it
I'm
right here in hour 2 of
hearting
the Obsidian Hour.
Tonight?
Well, we're now technically in hour 3, but
yeah, I was gonna be like my brother in Christ. I have a not photo shoot. I have a video shoot of a certain type that I have to prepare for. I haven't even waxed or shaved yet.
You got to shoot. I've got to work all day tomorrow. So.
Yeah, and I have a meeting with my new manager. It's official. I now have a talent manager / agent.
Oh, good.
So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, I do have to actually get my beauty sleep on.
Yeah.
I'll chat later.
And I have to make a call. All right, y'all. So this has been. Oh, go ahead, Jill. I'm sorry that you were about to say something.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, if you want to kick me off, go ahead.
Nah, we're all gonna head on off here. This has been the Obsidian Hour. Normally, this runs 8 to 10 on Fridays. If you missed the big news, they have a breakthrough-ish in the Black Dahlia case that,
yeah,
hopefully leads to we figured out.
And we got a rare. Say hello from P. Oh, and there she goes.
Mm-hmm.
P, it's okay.
Yeah.
Aw. Hey, work.
So we are back, Sunday night, right? Oh, yeah, we're back Sunday night with Sunday night dinner party.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And we are moving Macabre Monday. I don't feel it. Feeling Monday. Yeah, I'm not. We may go to Tuesday, and then we'll have Wednesday happy hour again, and
We've been
all that other stuff.
we've been hammering out the kinks in a lot of stuff, but I think you guys have kind of figured that out. In the meanwhile, I gotta hop off because I also need to take a wicked piss. Love you guys.
Okay. All right.
Bye-bye.
See everybody. We'll be back Sunday. Peace, love, and all that other fun stuff. Bye, everybody.